Good morning all, I'm Turkero, I'm Turkish Ambassador Gambia.
My name is Bakari Keja, I'm the first Vice President of the Gambia Football Federation. And Uncle James will allow me to say that I'm a veteran football administrator. I've been in this journey for nearly 40 years. Professor, we will have a field day, myself and you, later today.
I was Vice President of I've been in this business for 40 years, like back then.
Alright. I'm working very long.
Good morning. Yusuf Afal, President of Serekunda FC.
And what before?
And what before?
Before I'm agent for more than 15 years and I'm owner Oslo Football Academy in Senegal, top league professional.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Modu Emonjai. People call me Emo and I love being called Emo. It's a little bit confusing when the president of the federation will say, is it Modu or is it Emo? Which one do we have to choose? And I said I prefer to be called Emo because that's the common name, basically to make it easy. I'm also the administrative secretary to Serekunda FC. I also stand here as a National Sports Council chairperson, as the KM regional chairperson. I'm also the team manager for the Under 17, which I love very much in my life. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay. You mentioned Peru Under 17. Yes. This gentleman has been a key player in that.
Stand up, let us see. Thank you.
I'm a former national team player and I've played professional football for 15 years. So I'm back home to give back what I've been given by some people.
President of the Gambia Football Players Association and a former national team player.
My name is Michael Nicole. I'm based in the US, in Miami, Florida. I'm the founder and the owner of Medina United.
Thank you for coming back.
Hi everyone. My name is Idrissa Sala. I'm one of the owners at Cardiff East Football Club, and I'm currently the assistant head of recruitment for Portsmouth Football Club. So potentially we will have a lot of insight from
Portsmouth Football Club. Sir, okay, I'm told that I should give everyone the chance to speak. So you will have the chance.
Thank you. My name is Sanu Jogate. I'm the general manager of the Football Academy. I'm also an educator. Mr. Father is the former lecturer at the University of England. It's a pleasure to be here.
Fantastic.
You all, I am Lamin Kante, the president of Men Sports Academy, a media personnel who deem it fitting to come into sports, football in particular, as a new investor.
Thank you for that. Go ahead.
Okay,
it's okay. Go ahead. Sorry.
We want as much as possible. Media person of where? You have to specify area.
It's true.
Yeah, I'm the founder and the proprietor of iAfrica TV. If you talk of sports, football in particular, media is one of the sectors that can really push it from the level that it is to a level that one may not expect. And iAfrica TV have been the first media organization to be broadcasting Gambian League, both first and second division, since we started in the early 2000s. So, and right now that have really changed the landscape. Today, we've seen what is happening. Our first division league games are being watched globally, thanks to the service that iAfrica is doing in these games. So with the coming of this new initiative, I believe if media is really prioritized, very soon Gambia will get its rightful position that the consultant have earlier said that it have lost for the past years. Thank you.
This is a very introduction. So, yeah, hold it.
Morning, I'm Alan Kutus from Gambinos. I'm the sporting director, and we have a partnership with Reddit Gold, which contains two very big clubs in the world, FC Bayern Munich and Los Angeles FC.
Yeah. Yes. Are you okay? All right.
Yeah, good morning everyone. My name is Sister Jali from Primavera Gambia Limited. I'm the assistant accountant of Primavera Gambia Limited, one of the best sporting companies in the Gambia.
No. We will pass you.
I'm Ahmed Njai, Assistant Secretary General of FC.
The big man.
Good morning to everyone. I am Usman Youth, one of the pioneers of school football in the Gambia. I'm an education officer. Here I'm representing SB United. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. My name is Sarah Kamara, representing the National Sports Council as Communication and PR Manager. I was also a former sport journalist.
Good morning, everyone. I am Asan Jata, Club Administrator of Munich Global Football Club, the first private sector-led football club. We are already privatizing or professionalizing football in the Gambia. So our objectives go in line with this thematic workshop. Thank you.
Yes.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Lolita O'Leary. I represent Capital Express Assurance in the Gambia. We are life specialist insurance company in the Gambia. And I'm glad that some of you here has some insurance, that two clubs have an insurance cover. Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Name the clubs.
I've named the clubs. Sorry. I should name the clubs.
Yes.
Real the venue and Veraway.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not simple. We want
Good morning, everyone. My name is Salif Jao. I'm an insurance person representing Royal Life Royal Insurance. And we have a Royal Insurance with we do have GFF as Royal Insurance.
Thank you very much. This is a good sign that the private sector are joining us.
Yes, good morning, everybody. My name is Babukar Njai, a former sports journalist. I am happy to see some of my colleagues here. Sarah, Babukar Kamara, my boss Bibi, my boss also. They are all present. And my former lecturer at the UTG, Dr. Fani, and Chebu as well. Thank you very much for seeing you. Right now here I'm representing the Gambia Revenue Authority.
Thank you very much. GRA, it's good to see GRA here. Absolutely. Thank you for coming.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Abdurrahman Bah, the Secretary General of Marine Football Club. Thank you very much for having me.
This is a sport journalist.
Good morning. My name is Alu Cisse, National Correspondent for Al Times.
Thank you for coming.
Alright, good morning everyone. I am GWMC. I work with the Gambia Ports Authority as the communication officer, but here in my capacity as the Secretary General of the Gambia Ports Authority Football Club.
Thank you.
Good morning, my name is I'm also part of the
Thank you. My name is Benjamin Geze. I am the CEO, the founder of Greater Tomorrow Football Academy, Football Club and Academy. Nice meeting everybody.
Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, good morning. My name is Mohamed Mustafa Siliba, the Secretary General of the Gambia National Alliance FC, and also a financial officer. I'm currently studying my master's in sport administration and sports management, in specialization in football finance, and of course, I'm studying the capacity building initiative of the Gambia National FC.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Mohamed Kemkeka. I'm a digital media consultant, part of the consultants community, and as well as
Good morning, everyone. I am Mamoudou Kajaga, a sports journalist, also a big football enthusiast. I started supporting Gambian football at the age of 9 in 1995.
Assalamu alaikum. Good morning, everyone. I am Wahab Mane, the chairperson of Serakunda United.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Rick. I'm here on behalf of South Africa. I've been involved in football for 40 years in Europe and in Africa. I'm here to represent South Africa.
I'm glad, I'm sure you will share some UK experience with us as well.
Thank you very much. My name is Ahmad Dawla, the acting director of the National Sports Council, representing both the NC and the ministry to this very important workshop.
Thank you for coming and stay.
Good morning. My name is Kemal Kudus, President of the
Good morning. My name is Mogi Cham. I'm an executive member of Alliance Academy, also the president of Secularized Sports Development Organization. My name is Jesus Conte. I'm very happy to be here. See my professor who mentored me at the University of the Gambia, Professor Fine, Doros Operational Management, for South, definitely.
Thank you. Thank you for coming.
Thank you very much. My name is Abbas Ba, former General Secretary of the Confederation, currently Director of the Department of Youth and Sports. I think this is a very welcoming program. We are here to contribute from the Ministry of Youth and Sports and so that the program is well implemented. Thank you.
Thank you. That's all.
Cameraman, so you can catch your balls, you don't upload it.
Good morning. My name is Minister from the Gambian Forces.
Oh, sorry.
Good morning. My name is Ibrahim Eno from the National Youth Council. Program is
My name is Julu Ojam, President Director of Sports.
Good morning. My name is Momones Sigawa, representing the Gambia Radio and Television Services.
I told you would have said.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Jeron Jai. I'm the Director of Sports Recreation at the University of the Gambia, and as well as the Secretary of the Gambia National Olympic Committee. I'm very happy to be here.
Thank you for coming.
Good morning. My name is Ibrahim, Secretary General of Gambia Women Football Association. I'm first Vice President of Immigration FC.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Ramondao, President of the Global Women Football Club, first Vice President Gambia Women Football Association, Executive Member.
Wabanyo is here. No, everyone will have. You can just say your name.
Good morning, everyone. I am
It's not the first.
You can speak a little bit louder so that it goes and the phone can hear you. Sorry.
Assalamualaikum. I am our Diallo, reporting from West Coast Radio and also right from Agnes Radio. Thank you.
West Coast Radio. Madam.
Hello,
Yes.
Hello everyone. I'm Saina Umarena, currently working with Citizen Network Gambia, CNG.
Okay. So we have Musa Sisi.
Good morning. I am Musa Sisi, former head of sports press, representing Afisal and the stakeholder. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Amr Elazir, Secretary of BSC Galas. Thank you, Dr.
Good morning. My name is Tijan Jam, Secretary of Kingdom FC.
Good morning. I'm Mrs. Victoria Roberts Owens from Latrikunda United. I'm the acting secretary and the former long-time staff of GFF for 22 years.
Senikani, I'm going to board member of the Biko Football Club.
I am Favourable, Manager Police National Football Club, second Vice President of our Sports Committee.
Good morning. I am the Sopan Musa Sisi in the house today, Secretary General of Wagga FC. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is John Frank Wendy, President of the Gambia Referees Association, also an executive member of the Gambia Federation.
Good morning. My name is Ayub Jan, representing Falcons.
And good morning, my name is Alan Gaija, a former player, executive member, Gambia Women Football Association, and executive member, GFA, CAF FIFA Match Commissioner. Thank you.
Hello, good morning everyone. My name is Kalaka Kweda, representing Swapana FC from Jala Soma as Assistant Secretary. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I am Mohammed Lamin Ibrahim, Secretary General of Football Club. I'm Secretary General of Sports Journalists Association of the Gambia, but I'm actually representing SJAG in this level. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Ibrahim Mane, Chairman of the National Sport Technical Committee in all the national institutions, including this association, fall under my responsibility. But I was a former technical director. You all remember, I used to be Gambia Football Association. When it turned into Gambia Football Federation, I developed the blueprint of Gambian football. I'm happy to see it has outgrown the original concept. 2014, this concept that Dr. Fani is promoting today, it was embedded in the strategy development. So I'm very happy to share the document that we have had with the committee so that it add value to what they do. Thank you.
Thank you very much. My name is Bayes Jabri, sport administrator since 1986, co-founder of Bluefoot United Football Club, presently the technical advisor to Bluefoot Youth and Sports Development Committee, and when Gambia football once went into Havali, normalizer of Gambian football.
Normalizer of Gambian football. And you've done it well.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Philomena Ndiata, the Women's Football Coordinator and a former goalkeeper.
What national team coach?
Primary school level.
Good morning, my name is Alaji Selnyaju, first Vice President Balosar Football Club, debutants in the 2nd Division. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. Good morning to everybody. I'm Mr. Hadabjo, Technical Director of Guru United and Grassroots Football Development, a developer from 1993 to date. Thank you.
Yeah, good morning everyone. I'm Ibrahim Aboya from Bombala FC, Assistant Secretary to the team.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Mohammed Hassan Loom. I'm Assistant Consultant.
Good morning, my name is Lena Haidara. I am a legal practitioner working with the consultant.
Good morning everybody. My name is Sam Long, Technical Director of Thank you.
And technical director. No, that's a very, I'm sorry, I will have to interject here. That's a very short listing, Sam. I think you need to tell us your journey of football.
Thank you very much. I think I don't want to rock the show out of the presenter. I was an ex-player at all categories, captain of all national teams, and also captain of Hawks Football Club. Former coach and technical director of Gambia Football Delegation.
And when we started football in 1974, I was not born. This could have also added that.
Suleiman Sow, President of Banjo Football Club, also the Vice Chairman of the Marketing Committee, Gambia Football Federation, also the Vice Chairman of the EMC, Gambia Football Federation, and also the Chairman of the Media Committee, and also the CEO of Capital FM, John of
So many
Good morning, everyone. I am Babukar Kamara, former sports editor of West Coast Radio, former deputy editor-in-chief of the Daily Observer newspaper, currently the director of communications, Gambia Football Federation, Secretary General, Union Global Football Club, and also one of the few Gambians with a master's degree in sports management.
Assalamu alaikum everybody. I am the guy holding the mic and making sure everybody is introduced properly. But I'm also the acting director of competitions. I'm affiliated with the under-20 national team. I'm also a former professional player who played also for 15 years like my cousin Zico, and a former national team player and a big football enthusiast. This is a dream for us.
I think I will also do justice. I am a football administrator, of course you know, but I started at the grassroots level. I first started organizing football in my village in Jara, Pakadidi. Then I graduated to the district. Then to the divisional level, I was a former executive committee member of the Gambia Football Federation Association representing LRR. Then I transitioned from that to become the administrative secretary, which I held for 2 years. I left, went to the UK, like Mr. Pane, and stayed there for 11 years. Then I came back to be the general secretary of the Gambia Football Federation. So I have a kind of a journey in and out of this game of football. I think that is the final one.
Having KPIs is also important to have a roadmap with milestones. In terms of what you want to achieve, have KPIs that can be used to measure the progress of GFF and the other clubs too. Also have a detailed action plan. These are important. At times we have a nice plan, but we don't implement. That's a big point for Gambia. Implement is very important. We implement our plans. Engage key stakeholders in terms of sports. Also incorporate risk management. Identify the financial, operational, and other risks that are involved in terms of your sport or your crops. Leverage best practices. These are things that we always want to use. What is happening around the world? How can we learn from experience around the world? And the outcome is to have a sustainable, well-governed, and financially resilient GFF capable of achieving long-term strategic objectives. Okay, the also purpose is to convene a high-level inclusive stakeholder dialogue. That's what we are doing here now. And also the goal is to foster collaborative ownership, innovation, and alignment with national development priorities in transforming Gambian football. In the stakeholder engagement, these are the stakeholders that we want to engage, but it's not exhaustive. It's the government agencies, the football clubs, the private sector sponsors, development partners, media organizations, academia, and the civil society and the rest of the community will engage. Sport is everybody's business. So what are the core things that we're going to do? So I'm going to skip that. Mohammed is going to come to that, so we'll skip that. So we're going to look at, go to the next one, yes. Go. Yes, the method we employ here is going to be participatory approach to doing the work. Where we're going to do a desk review, we're going to do a digital review of looking at different ways of achieving the professionalism of sports in a country. So we're going to look at the stakeholder consultations. We're going to talk to you today through the workshop. We're also going to come to you also one-on-one with you and maybe your club officials, and also we also want to do maybe a Google form as well, which can be also implemented easily. You can send the Google form. It's going to be a simple questionnaire you can do. Go to your WhatsApp and fill the questionnaire. You're going to draft that after the workshop today, so that you can also give us more information. The more information we get, the better for the work. So we're going to make sure that everybody is engaged in the process, so nobody is left behind. The moment you have a simple questionnaire, use Google form to do it, you can always go on WhatsApp and fill the form for us. So that's going to be another tool that we want to also invoke in the process. We also want to benchmark with other leagues in the world. Also, we have collaborative partnership. Also have a review of the process. Then we finalize the work and submit it again to GFF. What are our deliverables? We want to deliver on KPIs that for GFF in terms of the business plan. That's the key performance indicators. How can we measure GFF based on the indicators that we're going to put in there? This must be what we call smart indicators. These things that we can measure. And also, we want to also going to develop a communication plan for GFF so that they can communicate with the rest of the community. It's important that we have a communication plan. Most of the time, we don't communicate, but it's important that we have a communication plan that can be used for GFF. It's part of our deliverable. Also, have a resource mobilization and financial strategy for GFF too. It's part of the process because they are the main body in terms of what we are doing, so they have to have a good resource mobilization strategy so they can go and bring also at times partnerships with other clubs. They can go out, meet other clubs and see how they can link them with our clubs in the Gambia. Also, we have the draft plan and we also validate it and we compile the report. So in this project, the purpose is to develop a strategic plan for GFF, and the focus is going on how do they sustain it financially, also the governance reforms, and also how efficient the operations will be. Also, after will be comprehensive assessment, and also we expect to deliver on the KPIs and the risk that they expect from the management. Then we want to see that stakeholders are involved in the process. So these stakeholders, they own the process. It's their own baby. At the end of the day, if it's professionalized, the stakeholders, you will gain more as club owners and those you're going to employ in the club. So that's the benefit of having a professional league. Where you're going to employ people now, you're going to create jobs for Gambians. You can have cleaner working for the club. You can have drivers working for the club. So it has so many benefits. We see that in the West. It's a whole, like a corporation. You employ people seriously, you do a lot of things. We know that our clubs are at different levels. The essence of the exercise is to know where do you belong as a club, and how can you help you to get to the highest point. First, for sure, we know that none of the clubs is at that destination that you have in the Premier League, for example. But how can we get them to that level? So we need to know where are they now, and that's why we come to suggest to you, yes, this is how you get to the destination. So that's the essence of the exercise. You know to diagnose the clubs and know where they are and how they can get to the destination to be a professionalized club. So in a summary of the preliminary findings is that the financial stability is a challenge. GFF heavily relies on government grants and inconsistent sponsorships getting long-term football. But as I said, it's about thinking. How can we generate more funds? How can we organize, let's say, Dallas? How can we bring Yusuf to give us a lot of money? How can we bring Wali Sega? It's always a funds. I remember we used to do that a lot, to bring money. Even our local artists can also be used to generate funds. But it's all about thinking. How can we do it? I don't expect you to go to the bank and say, give me money to go and pay my side. It doesn't make sense. You go to the bank and say, I want to invest. You have a good concept, they will give you money to invest in that. Sports is very lucrative. If you have a good concept, banks will be there to support you. They want to put their money where the rate of return for their investment is also going to be lucrative for them. Otherwise, they don't want to invest in you. But that's the idea. You have to have a good investment portfolio for them to invest in you. So we need to diversify our revenue stream. You look at your revenue stream, where are we getting revenue now in our team? How can we diversify and bring other source of revenue? So this is where you need to really think. We'll help you in the thought process, but that's where we need to think and see how can we generate other forms of revenue for our team. So we look at operational and administrative inefficiencies. Weak internal systems hinder service delivery. So delay in programs and reduce compliance with CAF and FIFA standards. These are challenges that we see in our preliminary findings. Stakeholder engagement and coordination. Strong support exists, but unclear rules and poor coordination limit collective impact. So these are things that we need to really look into. Some of the challenges that we currently have and how can we turn these challenges into opportunities for the sports fraternity. Learning from international best practice, that's also important. How do we learn from what is happening around the world? Risk management and decision. Current risk practices are inadequate. The stronger frameworks are needed to protect GFF future. Inadequate infrastructure and facilities also, we know that very well that we need to reinvest in infrastructure. But actually, if the plan is there, you want to do this, you go out for support. Support at times is there. Remember the stadium was built by the Chinese. Through us telling them we use what we want, through proposal writing. These are where we can get funds. But we cannot just wait and the funds will just come like that. No, it's not going to come like that. You can't be praying, it will never come. So unless until you write something, they'll give it to you. But those that want to support you, they also need to have the documentation to show yes, they are supporting you, and they also be supported by maybe somebody else. To limit capacity for talent development, coaching, referees, and youth academies require more investment and standardization to build a strong pipeline for. You can see that the whole thing that you want to do has a lot of benefits. It's going to develop talents in terms of the young people. So many things can come out of that. Training will come, so many things will come. You cannot be there when a lot of things are missing. So if you identify these missing pieces, that's why now we're going to come and say, so yes, we need to do all of this. That's why if will come now and say, yes, we need training for our referees on this. We need training for the players or coaches on this. And that's where those things will come. And that's where now the right for support, maybe from the Turkish government or the ambassador or through the other ambassadors around here, or through the private sector for support in terms of implementing those activities. Let's go to the next one. So go to the next one, because I have to go a little bit faster. Go. Yes. So just to have to professional league model, this is a suggestion that we have a League One structure, for example, a top tier league, then you have a second tier. It has to be in that type of form. It has to be different tiers. Knowing that we are at different levels. So that's the thing that we're going to look into. That, for example, we have 10 to 12 that means you're going to have more than 18 to 22 games. These are part of the process. Okay? But you're going to have different tiers in the process where you know that, yes, these clubs are at this level. This one at a higher level. Now, how can we move from one level to another level? What do we really need to be a professionalized, in that category of a professionalized league? We do identify all of those requirements, and that will be in the discussion that we're going to have later in the afternoon, or in the day. So let's talk about the club licensing requirements in terms of getting there. And based on CAF or FIFA club licensing regulation, but simplified for Gambia context. Minimum standards for administration, infrastructure, and youth development and finance. You can see the benefits here that are coming out of the discussion. Audited financial statements are also relevant, and transparent ownership structures. These are missing in the clubs. But if these things are now there, it will help you to go and secure support for your club. Monitoring head coach and assistant coach licensing, these are also important. Some clubs maybe don't have those things. So these are very important. And if they know that, at the end, they can help you now to get your people trained in that area. So we also need to talk about the revenue model, okay? So I'm just going to take on them briefly, but as I said, it's going to come to you again. Okay, this is just to do also a major revenue and ticketing system that you can use. So again, the governance and management, you look into the independent league management board, which is also relevant on the GFF supervision, proposed with the refs and the clubs and others, part of it. Also, capacity building is also important for professionalizing. Annual training for the club managers and stuff are also relevant. Partnership with CAF, FIFA, and others. Also, having a mentorship program is also important. We mentor others who are really not there. Also, having facility and infrastructure. So, having minimum standards for stadiums, these are all things that are relevant. But we're going to come back to your discussion. So, I don't want to give you all the answers that you're going to see in your discussion. Well, it's your own thing. These are all our opinions as consultants. But I don't want to program your opinion. I want you to have an independent. I'm just going to check on the main points, then you can now go into your discussion. So talent development is also another important here. You need to look into how do you develop talents. Then financial fair play is also important. At times you cannot buy a player who has had the financial fair play. And you have to develop, it doesn't mean that you have all the resources, you can do anything that you want. Teams like Real, they are very powerful. You know them very well. I'm a supporter of Real Madrid since I was a kid. Okay? But I know that they are very powerful. They can decide to have anything they want to do. But with the financial fair play, that will control a lot of things. So the guy implementation time, and we cannot expect this to be implemented like as we want it now. It has to be a gradual process. Then we found that the clubs are at different level. How do we? Because the objective is the clubs to be at the same level in the long term. So that in the next 5 years, we are all in professionalized league. But how do we get there? It has to be in stages. Those who are at the higher level, we help them to go higher. Those who are, let's say, below, we make them to move to another level. So that's the essence of the exercise. So a draft model professional, an example of clubs investing in youth academies and having close ties with community structures. The proposed youth team requirement and grassroots integration in the GFF model reflects this. So this is something that we can learn from. We can learn from. The good thing is that when you are coming, let's say, when you are coming now, you can learn from what others have done. That's the benefit of starting late. It doesn't mean that we are still late, but we can still catch up with them. That's it. Depends on how serious we are in our development agenda. Although we are starting now, but we can catch up with Senegal and the rest of the countries around the world. We have the Ghana model, which is a club licensing and tied league system. That's what the Ghana have. And you have the Rwanda model, so we can also learn from Rwanda. That they have a centralized league governance and professional vision drive. You have the Nigeria model as well. You have the South Africa model, which is based on commercial viability and broadcasting. They rely more on TV because they don't really make sure advance on TV. So there's a lot of money in advertisement. I remember money. You look at their sports, basketball, they have a lot of timeouts. But these are all meant for advertisements. So they can also bring money. But the idea is that we have to sell the idea to the company so that they believe in that, and they have also tax reform or tax rebates from government. We have the model of Tanzania, we have the model on, these are all models that we can learn from. So the good thing is that the moment you want to do something, there are so many things that we can learn from through our literature review. So we can learn from all of these models and come with a better model for Gambia, where we can borrow from Senegal, we borrow from others, then we have something better than all that we see in the other countries around the world. So that's what we can get from learning from different models. So this is just a summary of the whole thing. So this is just a snapshot of what we want to do. The idea is that we want to have a professionalized league, which is going to change the landscape. It's going to make the clubs better. It's going to make clubs to now sell players but at a higher price. I mean, I'm actually, if I'm going to buy a player from you, I'm going to pay a very low price. Because when it's just like in America, or it's just like this one that we play. It's not going to, I'm not going to pay much to buy a player from one. Seriously, we all know that. But somebody play in the first division in the Gambia, you pay more for that. If you go for a professional league, now it's going to be now more opportunity for you. So the benefits are huge to conclude. So that's why we want all of us to really buy on this idea. I'm not into the football team now because I'm busy teaching students in the classroom. I cannot mix that with them, but I love sport so much. Yesterday I was watching the basketball up to 3 a.m. But I was also preparing for this because I love sports. But I love Gambia more than sports. So I want to see Gambia get to that destination. And it's going to be like the GFF president will do. It's going to be, it's not about him, it's about all of us. It's about history that we're going to make. We're going to get there. We might not be here in the next 5 or 10 years, but those who will be here by then, they enjoy that professionalism. Just like as I cited earlier, with UTG. Nobody believes in that, but the only idea that believe in UTG by that. But UTG is now changing the country. We're going to invest $46 million to build a medical school at UTG. $46 million. And that is money coming from World Bank and that's a crown to Gambians. You can see the benefits of believing ourselves, that yes, we can do it. So once again, I'm going to pause here, and we go, it's your work. We are here to work with you, to get all of us to the destinies of your professionalism. So once again, we are happy to be here as a team to support you, to get to have a professional link in the game, so that all of us will be now excited to be watching the games. Okay, so thank you very much, and we are happy to be here. Thank you.
Nigerian Premier League. You go to, recently I went to Malta. The Maltese Premier League is different from the Malta FA, but they work together hand in hand, because you cannot have a football body in a country which is not supervised by the GFF. It defeats the purpose. So what you guys are doing, with all due respect, brilliant job, that all your plan is top, but it's the business side. Why is the football side, the football development? You need experts in there, in the football side of it, to complement what you guys are doing. And I think that's the point we're missing. At the end of the day, we have to start from somewhere. We have to, whether we're going to start with 10 teams, 12 teams, 14 teams, but you have to get someone who is knowledgeable about football, because you just say, you know football, but you are involved in basket. Professor is a lecturer in the university. You need someone day to day who knows what he's talking about, the league, about the system, about the pyramids. Like when the Premier League was starting, it was Division 1, Division 2, Division 3 before 1993. The Premier League was brought in by the FA, and they needed help, but they didn't bring it. They didn't bring it on their own. They got other people to help them, because the FA were tight, just like the federation. They got so much to do. They can't run the league. They've got all the national teams, male and females. They've got other projects to run. So that's why we need another entity, which is going to call the Gambia Premier League. And that, one second, let me just finish. And that needs to happen. From there, you need to attract sponsors, because they are the main part of this coming in. Like, for example, that logo, today we should have had a different logo called the Gambia Premier League. Different logo, rebrand everything, and everyone, all the investors out there will be saying, wow, this is a new thing happening in this country, I'm going to get involved. But with that, they're just going to say, oh, it's still the GFF, I'm not interested. Thank you.
Thank you. That should be implemented as part of the report, if it is agreed, saying that there should be the creation of a Premier League separate from the GFF. So that's a recommendation. It comes from an individual. So it will be passed by everybody. There will be a validation. So we are going to take all recommendations. So this is individual now. But when you go to the groups, they carry more weight. So you'll have what we call group presentations, because that's where you will agree. So you see, let me tell you something. What you are saying is what will happen after. Right now, we are in the consultation processes to develop a business plan for the professionalization of the league. Now, you cannot put a Gambia Premiership logo here if no decision has been taken, no study has been done, no situation analysis has been made to understand the problems. So right now, this is showing you that GFF has started the process of working towards professionalizing the league. So we are in order, we are speaking the same thing, okay?
There are two aspects to building establishing a professional league. This aspect of it is only the business plan, the financial planning. If you look at the thematic areas, it doesn't tell you anything about football itself, how the teams are going to be selected and what criteria. It's not being mentioned here. That is another aspect that is going to follow. The president has said it in the GRTS interview with Modu S on the other day, and he had made it very clear. So let me be clear that, in fact, also this logo, GFF is organizing it. That's why our logo is here. It has nothing to do with the Premier League logo or so forth. He's very right. We are laying the foundation, and in my intro, that's what I said. Even before we ask you questions, we send you lines to fill in the forms and so forth. He wants to speak to you. This is about asking your opinion. What do you think a Premier League, Gambian Premier League should look like? It doesn't have to be Nigerian Premier League or Swedish Premier League. What do you think? But the processes are there. After this, the president, the executive will make a decision, and they'll get experts in that area that we are talking about. so that clarity, people are clear in the room. That part will also come. You know, how many teams, you are talking about teams, how many clubs, what criteria, you know the club licensing system. There are standards to be in a professional league. Those standards will be there. Probably we'll organize another workshop where we'll have a debate on that. So today, I think the focus should only be on what they are telling us. The football aspect of it will come another time. I hope that clears the room. Huh?
All right. Some of the aspects that you're even touching.
Policy I did with the South, I was not a sport expert, but I was able to produce a very brilliant document. So that's not the point. What the point is helping us to get to the destination. That's why it's teamwork. It's not me alone. It's you, me, and we and you. That's why you have to go to all of you to give us ideas to make this better. Me alone, I cannot do this document. That's why we have to go to all of you and see how we can have a better document for Gambia. Just the message. I don't have to be an expert in sports, but we can bring something that is good for sport. Thank you.
This is just a contribution and possibly an advice. I think the municipalities should be reached out to because most of the parks they are owned by the municipalities, and it's an open secret that the football clubs in the country, majority of them don't own a football field. So it's very important to reach out to them and know their plans and see how they can help work with the clubs when you reach out to them. The second one is you mentioned the revenue for the media side of things. First thing first, also the collecting society needs to be reached out, and I don't think that is properly structured, or if it's structured, it's not functioning well. If at all, future revenue from digital platforms for the media to create revenue for the clubs and also for the GFF, I think you need to reach out to them to see what's their plans and how they can also pay participants.
The first point is
kontaan si li ma fekk fii nii foog fekkee moom ma si boole parce que tey Serekunda FC dafa am match ma ñëw démb ci guddi yàlla def ma fekkee lii mais damay contribuer sama expérience parce que maa ngi si football bi depuis 23 years as a top level football as agents maa ngi start 2002 as agents and 2012 ma decide wax ne damay créer dara Sénégal mooy lan football club académie ma créé Oslo 2012 Sénégal more than 350 clubs moo fa nekk ma commencé Oslo division régionale laa commencé mooy 5 division division 5 ma start with under 17 et under 19 for 5 years after 5 years ma ne damay def first team mais first team yu may def bu may def mooy under 17 et under 19 laay boole the best player def first team first year ñu qualifié jógee 5 division dem yéeg 4 division and year after ñu jógee foofu noonu ñëw 3rd division year after ñu jógee foofu ñëw encore 2nd division ba yegg ligue professionnelle mais loolu business plan leen laa defoon and 5 years time fan laa war a yóbbu Oslo yàlla def buy loolu di yegg si 5 years yi yegg naa top league professionnel and bu ñuy start top league professionnel am very happy bu ma déggee secrétaire di encore di remercier président fédération ci initiative bi nga xam ne nii tey jël nañ ko xas professionnel yóbbu bëgg a yóbbu Gambie si ligue professionnelle parce que everywhere in the world nga dem ligue professionnelle moo nekk top après ligue amateur ñëw te football ñaari moo am ligue professionnelle ak amateur as sama expérience bi nga xam ne nii am naa ko ak Sénégal bi ñuy commencé ligue professionnelle ba tey lépp nekkagul 100% te moo doon 20 years ñu ngi ligue professionnelle nekkaguñu 100% mais il faut nga commencé si benn step dem si next step ba li nga bëgg 100% nga am bi ñuy commencé dañ ne club bu nekk da nga war a am office as ligue professionnelle.
ok bul dugal ngum si boobu.
ok ok
ñun dañ luñ bëggoon rek mooy non boobu doy na parce que ñun dañ bëggoon réaction sur ce format dans le rapport final qu'on va voir. Donc maintenant on aura des discussions en groupe, donc vous allez participer, vous allez nous donner vos expériences que vous êtes en train de parler, mais nous allons juste prendre quelques réactions. Ok, merci.
They were also that congratulated GFF for coming up with this. For me, I think what is happening here is very good. And the experts that are leading the business plan is very good. I have no doubt when the GFF was thinking about the professionalization of the league, they understand that business is football and football is business. You cannot run football without having business in it. And for them just to professionalize the league without looking at the business aspect, it will be wrong. And that's why, in my thinking, they want to start to create a business plan to see whether when you professionalize the league, you will have the objective of professionalizing it. Because at the end of the day, it's all about creating business, creating finance in supporting the athletics, the football in general. So here, you might not see the coaches, the referees, the structures that are going to happen. What we are going to see here is how are we going to sell football as a business to be able to move the game to another level, to professionalize it, to ensure that we have value for the game. Thank you.
Just in comment on the table of content, one of the most important things in the business plan is the economic model or the business model, which I don't see is standing alone in the table of content. So if you can clear that with me or with us.
What is trying to hear relevant to a previous speaker and also kind of related to your business plan when you spoke about the National Federation, the Gambia Football Federation, being the football authority in Gambia. My rejoinder here is that Premier Leagues, like my colleague said, is an independent entity. And in most countries, it is owned by the clubs, but under the control and rules of the said association. Now, I'm trying to find out how does that resonate within the complexities of your business plan, if I may.
Like we were saying, we are consulting, we are going to ask the questions, and you're going to give us possible answers. So that's the possible answer. Right now, we cannot say yes or no. We are now in a consultative process. We are asking the questions, right and wrong and nonsense, and you're going to give us the correct answers. But now the correct answers is not one person who decides it. You cannot have an opinion.
We are on track. The issue is professional league. How to be a professional league. I also want to concur with this gentleman when he said we need experts. But Mr. Fine said this needs a collective endeavor in which everybody will be part of the show. I did some research on how to make a professional league, and the part that we are deliberating is one of the aspects. That is one. They said what we need to address the legal and governance issues.
I don't believe all right, okay?
No, I said what is needed in making a professional league.
How many do you have here? How many are you going to do?
for their club. Okay, one is addressing legal and governance issues.
Is it there?
No, I mean legal as a whole. We have done that, or we started that. We have fully done or partly done. And we have our GFF, the president and so. Okay? The other one is establishing a league structure. Establishing a league structure. That you have to decide how many teams do we think can join the professional league who are rich enough or strong enough to be part.
Okay,
We can decide as a start.
Okay.
We can say 10, we can say 12 or 15 as a start. Anyhow.
Hold on, pause there, pause. Everybody is bringing this question. Now, it will be a key question for all groups. Key question, okay? Now, just put up your mic so we will have a cross. Tell us how many clubs should start and why. We will want to see that, huh? So that we will now, you know,
Just like I said, if you say we are not very strong or our teams are not very strong, we can strategize.
How many clubs to start with?
To start with.
And why?
And why?
You have to give me a justification. You cannot just tell me 10 and I don't know why you say 10.
No, I'm not saying 10.
No, it depends. We are chatting now. For example, you are reading for me.
Yes.
I'm now piggybacking on your statement to say now this is so important that we're going to take it as a very important issue for the discussion in groups. So each group that is going to be formed, keep it at the back of your mind that you are going to give us answers on how many clubs do you think we start with and why. Do you agree? Why?
So like, there are strategies or there are strategies needed for the team to qualify.
Don't talk about that now.
That's what I mean. So I'm not going into details. No, I'm not wasting. I said we just have to agree and say we are going to start with 10 also. No, I'm just giving you steps needed. I'm giving two.
No, give it to me here. Give it to me in the group. Give me number 3 now.
Number 3, okay, number 3. Establish, okay, number 3 will be securing financial banking. That is the finance aspect.
Don't worry, there's a
okay. The third one will be, the fourth one will be building a competitive environment.
Thank you.
Those are the pitches and so.
Please take my mic. Clap for me. Thank you. All right. I feel as if hello guys, I have been asked to
President Association and Technical Director of the Cabinet.
Okay, I'm Charles. I want to get the bishop and former head of the sports.